Hello, folks. Happy Sunday. Back with some more Zenless Zone Zero. We've done the main story chapter for season two, specifically chapter 4 now, right? 4? Yeah, we've basically done that. I meant to continue with more of the game yesterday on Saturday, but I just kind of took a break instead. I ended up doing a lot of other stuff in real life that got in the way. So I didn't really have time to really sit down again and do more. But it's all good. I have a good amount of the afternoon to myself, so I can catch up a bit. So, my agenda today, and the title should reflect it on video, I'm going to do the agent story for Lucia before I do anything else. There's also that side quest from Miyabi and Yishuen, which of course I also have. There's the, I believe it's this, the simulation, branching echo thing. I already ended up doing the Time Sworn Hills thing because that ended up coinciding with everything in the main chapter, so I got that out of the way. And the only other thing to worry about is the Dreams Remain Unfinished quest, but I'm gonna let that stack a bit because, I realized not long ago that a lot of the event quests, I was able to get a whole lot of them done and out of the way previously, uh, but as you can see, it's still not all available. And frankly, I'd rather wait till the whole thing is unlocked, so that way I can get it out of the way without having to bog my channel with more streams, more than it already has anyway, and just get it all done that way. So I'm basically going to do the agent story today, and then follow it up with maybe with other stuff later today if I'm up to it. And so, yeah, to kind of re-summarize the main story, it was like, yeah, basically another chunk of Lemnian Hollow was basically being used by the Exaltus to do their shenanigans. And it kind of felt like a tribute to like Silent Hill or something to that extent. It was not a very it was not a very heavy chapter, at least to me anyway. For me, I'd argue the first three were the most dramatic, but it still had its shining moments. I liked meeting Lucia and Idari. I like their characters so far. And of course, Monado finally is now playable, and he had a cool little arc to himself too, which very very heavily reminded me of Ichigo and Bleach. And honestly, it was very obvious that's what they were paying tribute to. But of course, much like with chapter 3 of season 2, with Seed following up with her cool arc, and honestly, that might have been one of the best agent stories they've done. We of course have another one with Lucia, so this time with Lucia, so I'm looking forward to that. So, main story missions along with the limited time special missions. So, what say we get her going? Yeah, the whole thing is grouped as Infinite Lantern. Is of course Tales of the Dreamless, and I try to be accurate in reflecting that. So, okay, Lucia, what more to your story is there to see? Let's see. Lucia wants to raise a strange puppy, but it hasn't quite warmed up to her yet. The puppy in question is more than likely an ethereal. How much you want to bet? Oh, come on, game signal. Don't give me the red freaking bar. Stay green. Stop being fickle. Ugh. Okay. Wise, Lucia said she needed to see you, but knowing her schedule, she probably won't be here for a while. Then I'll take the chance to get some sleep. Wise, are you sure you're not actually an old man in disguise? It's way too early for sleep. All right, I'm going to bed. You and Lucia run into anything fun, you better tell me all about it. And sure enough, before long, someone came knocking on the room's window. At this hour, it could only be...
Wise? I knew you'd still be up.
Yeah. You know what? I do like this character. I mean, everyone has kind of been iffy with the original prototype character with the nun, and then they were like, yeah, let's just split them into two, with Yidhari being one and Lucia being one, and then they went and like changed the outfit like twice. Honestly, in my opinion, they need to re-release the previous clothes design of Lucia as an alternate outfit, because some people like the old one, some people like this one. Me personally, I'm kind of half and half. So in my eyes, and the best way they can easily solve this for me is that MiHoYo just goes and releases the previous outfit as an alternate, instead of just letting it languish in oblivion. That's what they should do, in my opinion. Anyway, Wise, I knew you'd still be up. I'm quite the night owl.
Yep, I'm still up. I'm just not an early sleeper.
Let me share my stream on Twitter. Hold on a moment. Just to give it some more reach, however minor the amount.
Perfect. Anyway, the reason I'm bugging you at this hour is... I was hoping you could help me with something. Lately, my ethereal research has been like a Tarask mixer trying to get through the old metro tunnel in Cretan Hollow. Completely stuck.
Oh, that's rough. How were things going before you hit the bottleneck?
It was... going pretty well, I guess? I had this plan to turn our lawn into pedal sofas for hollow camping, and I tried to figure out how the traffic lights on Fawn worked. Oh, do you happen to know, if you tie both ends of a Spectre's cloak into a knot, how does it keep floating?
I don't know, you tell me, girl.
Wait, Lucia. Where are all these research ideas even coming from?
What do you mean, where? From the Hollows, of course. Just walk on in, run into a couple of ethereals, and boom! Research inspiration! But I'll admit, these ordinary inspirations are just not enough.
The inspirations are not enough? Or should I be asking, what about the other ideas you had before?
Roxy, could it be you haven't read any of my posts on Spook Shack?
I'm a busy man, Lucia. I can't keep up with everything.
I guess the titles of my posts haven't been catchy enough. If I can't come up with something as attention-grabbing as the fiery serpent, then no matter how many times I write about blast crawlers, people are just gonna get bored and lose their interest in the forum. And when that happens, where can I find leads on the night horror?
What's a night horror? Some rare ethereal you're interested in?
Well, it's kind of a long story. For now, think of it as an ethereal. An ethereal that can enter people's dreams and talk to them.
So what, like the Sandman or Freddy Krueger?
Wait. Roxy, do you think ethereals can communicate with humans?
I suppose it's not impossible. If we could really communicate... No, I'm not using an Arlon sofa.
I know what you mean, Proxy. Normally, I'd say this is just baseless speculation and leave it at that.
I mean, we've seen ethereals turn into super monsters, and people turn into ethereal hybrids like Inspector Bringer, or whatever his name was. So, maybe. I mean, we've had to deal with the Exaltus and their creator obsession, and it sounds like a sentient being, so I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But right now, I've got the perfect research subject in mind. Let's head out now. Before diving into the Hollow, we have to make a stop at Fluffy.
Fluffy? At the pet store?
Why do you want to visit Fluffy first?
Oh, I'm going to buy a toy.
You're buying a toy? Since when did you have a pet?
It's not for pets.
Not yet, actually. But I know Chestnut's gonna be the goodest pup.
Wait.
I see. You're thinking of using the toy to get the puppy's attention.
Yes!
Wait, then why can't we do it after we're finished with our business in the Hollow?
Because it's in the Hollow. Yeah, it's not a literal puppy. It's a monster. I think that's what I'm getting out of it. Come on, Wise. Even I know what she's hinting at.
Hey there, welcome in. Looking for something special today?
If I want a little doggy to come up to me on her own, what should I get?
Honestly, you don't need to buy anything to get close to a pup. Genuine kindness, some patience, and a little passion. That's all it takes to win a puppy's heart.
It's not a literal puppy she wants.
It's true!
Kindness, patience, and passion. Yeah, no dog would say no to that. I'm convinced.
No. I'm not saying I don't believe it. It's just... Chestnut's a very particular little pup.
I understand. I've met lots of special needs pups. Some were abandoned, some have been on their own since they were born. If you want to gain their trust, it will take a longer time. Let me think. What about this? A brand new line of treats for puppies! I packed it with all sorts of delicious jerky. They're super yummy. No pup can resist it.
Jerky. Oh. How I love thee. Oh, I love a good bag of beef jerky. Karen leans in for a sniff as she introduces the treats. Achoo!
Sorry, the smell got me.
Gesundheit.
That's okay. But, I don't think Chestnut would like this. Chestnut is, a bit of a picky eater.
I see.
Hold on a second. I just remembered something. Oh, another thing. Apparently, TwitchCon's been going out. TwitchCon has been going on, and a lot of VTubers I like are there. I would love to see a lot of them come to MegaCon one day. By the way, the PlayStation Network, for some reason, they do this where occasionally they'll take off the payment walls for games with multiplayer. I've lately been dabbling into the multiplayer for Space Marine 2. Haven't streamed it, but I've been having fun with it. The maps in Space Marine are not great. They're not very memorable. But the actual gameplay is pretty good still. Okay, let me okay, I just had to send a message to the Madre, and I was checking on notifications on Twitter. So it's like, okay, beef jerky's not going to work, of course, for this puppy, quote unquote.
Then maybe you want to give this one a go. Our most popular toy. It's a battery-powered bird that flaps like the real thing. Our kitties and puppies go nuts for it.
This looks great! But is it sturdy enough?
I'm afraid not. It's actually designed more for cats, and it's built to be lightweight, so I wouldn't call it sturdy. It should work for smaller dogs, though.
Chestnut's a big girl, with a big girl attitude.
Oh, that might not work then. Let me think. Oh, if you don't mind something a little old school, we do have another toy for bigger pups. It's actually more of a pillow. It doesn't have any bells or whistles, but it's really sturdy and great for gnawing. It's also infused with a calming scent to help soothe anxious pups. People can't really smell it, but dogs usually like it a lot.
Oh, this is adorable! Though, I'm not sure if Chestnut would care much about the scent with her sense of smell.
Oh, Jesus.
Based on what you said, Lucia, Chestnut is a big girl who doesn't eat much, has a weak sense of smell, and a bit of a temper? That sounds a little weird.
It's an ethereal. It's not an actual dog, I'm telling you.
What's weird about that? Every puppy's different. Chestnut's just got her own little quirks. I'll take this one, please.
Sturdy little cushion. Recommended by Cairn, most durable dog toy at Fluffy, a small cushion. Wonder which special pup Lucia lands to win over with it.
You got it. Hope it helps you bond with that special little pup of yours.
Oh, it definitely will.
Lucia takes the cushion Cairn recommended, then rushes off toward the hollow. Better catch up quick. Ah, Yahari's with us too, eh?
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster.
Do I want to take...
What brings you here this...
Is the concert starting?
You know what? I'll take Astro with me for the healing. I kind of want to take a break from Yishun because I've used her a lot, and I kind of want to okay, let's use the other characters. And since I want to focus on the new girls, I'll just have, and I'm not, as I've explained, the biggest fan of the whole health debuff tack up thing. I'll have Astra on me as a healer.
Let me think. All right, let's head that way.
Here we go again. Yep, it's an ethereal.
Strange. This place was nice and quiet last time I was here.
Nice and quiet? You mean there weren't this many ethereals here before?
Not exactly. But the ethereals here were always pretty chill. They hardly ever gather like this.
What do you mean by chill?
Like a shadow! Pretty, right?
Oh,
Thank goodness you guys are here.
Lucia feels very good to play with. I'm really liking her combat moves. It's like, I'm telling you, she's basically an offensive version of Astra, whereas Astra is much more of a defensive buff character. I'm really liking her a lot. So it's like, yeah, you need a she's just that I like her design, I like her personality, and her attack style feels good too. So it's like I have no complaints so far.
I was this close to being killed. That sneaky little hottie totally set me up.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Which hottie are you talking about? Among the pack of ethereals that surrounded you, I didn't see any.
Oh, maybe you didn't see it. There was a smaller hottie, just about waist high. That one right there. It lured me all the way here and got me ambushed by all those ethereals.
Never heard of anything like that before. An ethereal pulling tricks on people? How did it trick you?
It ran ahead like it wanted me to chase it, you know?
That's pretty weird.
It's not that weird. You young folks shouldn't underestimate how crafty those things can be.
No, I mean, you are pretty weird, mister. In the Hollow, most people run away from ethereals. That little hottie from earlier, if you want to dodge it, it'd be easier than a Thanatos dodging a blast crawler. Why did you even chase it?
I didn't chase it. Look, I was minding my own business in the Hollow, and that hottie ran at me out of the blue, with a whole pack of ethereals behind it to ambush me.
Now that's interesting. I've only heard of symbiotic ethereals in Hollow Zero being able to command other ethereals. Maybe that little hottie has what it takes to be the next Nineveh.
We definitely don't want that, actually.
I don't get what you're on about. You run into ethereals in the Hollow, you eliminate them. That's just the way it is. Instead of taking down that ethereal, you're now blaming me? That is just absurd.
She's just concerned about what happened.
Sir, with all due respect, my friend here just wants to know what happened to you. Plus, she just saved your life. Now really isn't the time to point fingers, is it?
I mean, to be fair, Lucia is kind of being weird herself, especially after what this guy went through, so I can't exactly blame him, to be honest.
You...
No, I actually sympathize with him. She's the one being weird, he almost got killed, so it's like, I'd be frustrated too. Frustrated by the questions from Lucia that he couldn't answer. The investigator snaps and storms off. Honestly, I sympathize. He's justified.
Roxy, do you think I'm absurd too?
Kind of. But in that charming, adorable sort of way.
You've always been a little absurd, haven't you? Sorry, that was a bad joke. What I mean is, ethereals are dangerous, sure, but people can be too. I don't think you're wrong for being cautious.
I knew it! Wise, we're totally in sync. Like how Ahriman and Spectre always find each other in the dark.
Yep, she is an ethereal groupie. Definitely.
Plus, that investigator earlier was quite the weird one. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard anyone accuse Chestnut of hurting someone.
Yep, that little dog ethereal that disappeared over the the rock is what I thought it was.
Hold on. Who's Chestnut? You don't mean that Hati the investigator was talking about, right?
Yeah! Chestnut is a good girl.
Oh God.
Ever since I met Chestnut, she's never harmed anyone from outside the Hollow. More than once, she quietly led me to injured investigators so I could help them.
Are you sure? Because that's not what it looks like with that poor guy.
This one time, right around here, my carrot stopped working. Chestnut just happened to stroll by and guided me out.
You mean Hati is working as a rescue dog in the Hollow? That's even wilder than the research you mentioned earlier.
There's other reasons, of course, but I trust Chestnut. She's always been gentle and kind. What's strange is, the last few times I saw her, I kept feeling like someone was tagging her, tracking her. Just like that guy from earlier.
A kind and gentle ethereal. I need a second to process it. Those other reasons must be really important.
It's a long story. Let's talk about it when we get back.
I mean, we've seen it happen where humans turned into ethereals, or doppelganger ones like the Yishuan sister memory one have some shred of their humanity still left, but we've never seen this happen with the regular rank and file ethereals. So, not saying it's impossible, but it's very slim chance of a similar thing happening, given what we've seen, I guess.
Ugh. And thanks to that weirdo earlier, I didn't even get the chance to give Chestnut the toy I picked out. Let's look around a bit more. Maybe she's still nearby. I think Chestnut went that way. Let's go take a look. There's chambers! Wanna play a game?
This is your last page.
But my song needs everyone. I got this!
Get behind me.
Gracious strike! Research shockwave! It's up to you, partner! Thanatos Storm!
Let me help you chill out.
Let the melody move you! Eat faithful companions! Heed my call! Pretty, right?
Let me help you chill out.
Feel the power of art!
I am ready.
The next page is the ending!
Cool.
Chestnut, I know you're there! You didn't hide your tail properly!
She understood that?
You gotta be kidding me.
Of course! She always understood me. Aw, you don't like it?
Holy crap,
Just
she's
give me a few
correct. Okay, it's definitely a runt compared to the other hotties we fought over the course of the game. So, yeah, she wasn't lying. At least, not completely, if at all. Although this is the closest Chestnut has ever gotten to me, it seems she's not in the mood to play with me just yet. Should we head back? I haven't really processed it yet. Because of me or because of Chestnut? But I think I know what you want to ask. Let's talk about it once we get out of here.
Leave it to me.
Now that I've gotten more of a feel for for Idhari and Minato. I'm kind of starting to like playing as them. Again, I'm not a fan of the whole lose health for attack thing, but they do feel. But in the case of Idhari, just a moment ago, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling the groove. I'm feeling it. And Lucia, of course, feels great too. So they definitely did them good in terms of the combat. Yeah, and return to Siloom Bay. What a shame. You mean Chestnut?
Aww. Chestnut still wouldn't take my gift. Do you think that investigator spooked her? Maybe that's why she's being extra cautious today.
Yeah. By the way, how did you meet Chestnut?
Well, it has something to do with the night horror legend from my tribe. Long story short, Chestnut is a gift the night horror sent me in a dream.
I think I remember you mentioning the night horror, but you never said it sent you a gift. Can you tell me more about it?
You already know I'm one of the night watchers out on the fringes of New Eridu. We rest during the day, and we're active at night. The stories say that long ago, our ancestors fought a powerful ethereal. The battle lasted for days, and just before it fell, it released a final surge of power. Ever since then, it's haunted our dreams.
Hold on a second.
Sometimes, when our people fall asleep at night, they dream of the night horror. And in their sleep, they walk straight into the hollow, drawn to its call. Just before the ether consumes them, before they become ethereals, they regain clarity for just a fleeting moment. Over time, we've come to realize that the more people who fall asleep, the stronger it becomes.
What a terrifying curse. Is there anything you can do to break it?
So it's like an incubus or succubus, or, well, I say that, but I guess Freddy Krueger or Sandman, it's like, gets stronger from using people's dreams or something.
No. That's why we moved to the outskirts of the city and stopped sleeping at night altogether. If we must rest, someone always stays awake to keep watch.
In other words, it's the boogeyman.
The strange thing is, the night horror left more than just a curse. In the hollows, ethereals don't attack us. They see us like we're one of them.
Really?
And this staff? It's the only weapon left from when our ancestors fought the night horror. It lets me mimic ethereal abilities.
Mm-hmm.
The chieftain said I was the most gifted of the younger generation. Or something like that. I'm still not sure what made him decide that. But he gave this staff to me.
Wait, Lucia. You said the Night Watchers walk into the hollow in their sleep if they dream about the night horror. Have you ever dreamed of it before?
No, but I came really close once. It was a night not long ago. Granny was keeping watch for me. She was telling me stories of the night horror, how it's both feared and revered by our people. She even described the night horror she saw in her dreams. Just like everyone else said, a stunningly beautiful ethereal, almost godlike. That night, I dreamed of the night horror's gaze. It was looking at me. And in front of me, there was a little hottie. It looked tired, like it had been through a big fight. We stared at each other, like survivors meeting after a disaster, still cautious, still on edge. Not long after that dream, I met Chestnut right where the dream had guided me. She didn't seem eager to be friends, but she wasn't hostile either. And she treated the other outsiders kindly too. That's why I've always believed Chestnut is a gift. A little dog sent by the night horror.
So the night horror was just being nice? But why?
I don't know. But I think Chestnut is such a good girl. If we can get along, maybe the conflict we saw in the dreams won't come true after all. And what if the night horror is just like Chestnut? What if we could communicate with it? Then maybe everything our people have endured could finally come to an end. Sounds silly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I get what you mean, Lucia. We still know so little about the Hollow. I think your thoughts are worth exploring.
Even among my own people, no one really believes me. Except for Ade and Granny.
Lucia glances out the window. What window? We're outside. The night sky is beginning to fade, just a faint glimmer of dawn on the horizon. Can't believe it's already this late. Better make the most of it now. You're grabbing some breakfast? Breakfast. Chocolate chip waffle and bacon sound good right about now. Or French toast. Nope. Finally got away from home and there's no one to tell me what to do, so it's time to stir up some trouble. Today, I'm gonna pull an all-morninger. All-morninger? Yeah, haven't you heard? Staying up early in the morning can really mess with your health. I used to think that was just something only night watchers had to deal with. But later I found out that whether in the Outer Ring or Waifei Peninsula, everyone looked just as lost and lifeless in the morning. They probably haven't had their coffee yet. People sleeping, standing up in the cable car, some stumbling into bamboo charging stations with their eyes barely open, others drifting into herbal tea shops asking for coffee. Clearly they're all taking damage from pulling those early morning hours. It's probably because they stayed up too late. Really, they just need to get some sleep in the morning, like Grandma told me. Besides, I clearly remember, Wise, when you wake up early, you also... Wait, we're getting off track. It's actually about Chestnut. I heard that people often take morning walks with their pets along the beach at Siloon Bay. Should we go check it out? I want to learn. How do others get animals to like them? I'd say it's mostly the pet picking you. I mean, have you ever heard of the cat distribution system? A lot of the time they kind of just do it themselves. Man with a bird on his shoulder. That's also what happened with my darling cockatiel, who sadly passed away years ago. She stumbled out of the cage as a little juvenile and was like, "Take me." And she was mine from that day. I miss Cleo. I miss my little gray and white girl. Oh, how I miss her dearly. Wow. Want to say hi to her? Hey there, little birdie. Chirp. So cute. It's rare to see a bird willing to perch so docilely on someone's shoulder. She's really friendly with people. Only my dog would really rely on me like that. There may be a chance she's just being lazy, not wanting to flap her own wings, and just wants to use me as her personal ride. Chirp. Little bird pecks the man's ear hard. After the man begs for mercy, the bird gently nuzzles her beak against the side of his face. Wow, you two are real close. I get it. Animals can be moody sometimes. As humans, we need to be good at having patience, but also seize the right moment to create opportunities for communication. That's right. I trust she won't hurt me, and she trusts I won't hurt her. Everything else is minor, though. Honestly, this one did hurt quite a bit. Ouch. Cheap. I get it. I trust that Chestnut won't hurt me, so next time if she ignores me again, I'll say something to make her angry. If she gets mad enough to bite me, I'll apologize. I don't think that's a good idea, Lucia. It's complete and utter opposite of what you should be doing. No, Lucia, that's not it. No worries, everything else is minor. Jeep! Exactly. It's just a little dog. What trouble could your chestnut possibly get into? A lot, actually. Knowing that it's, well, not an actual dog. And is technically part of a family of, violent monsters. Good morning? Bad morning, unfortunately. Alright, woof woof. Alright, got it. So what do you want me to do now? Cocky little dog barks loudly a few more times, mixed with impatient sneezes. Then he lifts his head and turns around, clearly a sign he wants to leave. The girl walking him heaves a heavy sigh and turns to ask Lucia. Sorry, what were you trying to say just now? I wanted to ask you how you and your dog usually get along. It's simple. He screams at me, I obey. If I don't obey, he screams, and then I obey. He always manages to cause even bigger trouble, and all I have to do is follow his bark and call. We are a heartless tyrant with endless energy, and his poor slave. That's pretty much it. Oh. Of course, I've thought about doing something about it, like starting a grand rebellion, grabbing him and jumping into the sea, ending it all once and for all. So her dog is a control freak, and she's tired of him. But then I thought, I'm not even as good a swimmer as he is. What if he swims back to shore and tricks someone else with that innocent act of his? Wouldn't I just be letting another poor soul fall victim? Compared to him, Chestnut's actually friendly. Suddenly a strange smile creeps across the girl's face as if remembering something exciting. But hey, humans live longer than dogs. In 10 years, when he gets old and has no energy left to bark and scream and can't drag the whole table around the room just because he's leashed to it, he won't be able to torture me anymore. When the time comes, we'll live together in love and perfect harmony. The tyrant is clearly displeased with this and runs away screaming. Probably not wanting it to trick any other poor innocent humans. The girl rushes after it without even managing to say goodbye. This example doesn't seem very helpful. All I learned is maybe I could chase after Chestnut until she's all tuckered out, then stuff the pillow into her mouth. Lucia scribbles in her notebook, but ends up tearing out the whole page in the end. Old man and a tortoise. Hey, Lassie, what's up? Hi, sir. Are you taking your turtle for a walk? That's a tortoise. The composed tortoise raises its head slightly, nodding gently in acknowledgement. I'm not even going to bother calling it turtle. That is what it is, okay? Or rather, what not is. That's right, old buddy here was my grandfather's good friend. Passed it down to my dad, and my dad passed it down to me. Technically, I should call it, you know what, let's not get into that. Yeah, turtles and tortoises live for a freakishly long time, man. Ugh, even some species of sharks and crocodiles, if they're lucky, can even live for over a century. Like the Greenland shark. And that one Nile crocodile that is like 100 years old named Henry. Your grandfather's good friend. Lucia counted on her fingers, trying to figure out the generational relationship between the two elderly folks. Many years ago, when I first got it from my dad, I was still young back then. I found it too lazy and slow, so I just kept it in a water tank. Seemed to know I looked down on it, so it gave me the cold shoulder, too. But over these past few years, I've grown old and can't walk much anymore. It forgave me for neglecting it before, and now it's willing to keep me company when I go out to soak up some sun. That's nice. I wish I could have a quiet moment with my dog, too, but I don't think she likes getting too close to me. Take it easy, young one. When words fail us, we can still speak their actions. Simply keep communicating with them, and they'll eventually understand. Yeah, kind of like what I did with a couple of my cats. Well, all of whom are rescues. You just be patient with them, get to know them on their terms, and eventually they warm up to you. Or they can be like one of the other ones where they already made up their mind and they love you all immediately. Because you have a good vibe, I guess. Depends. So that's how you interact with animals. I've still got a lot to learn. But I feel like Chestnut is also trying hard to get closer to me. Though she didn't accept my gift, she wasn't completely indifferent. Today was the closest she's ever gotten to me, but how do I gain her trust? How about try something to keep believing in her? So you mean even though I saw Chestnut being hostile to that investigator tonight, I still gave her the pillow. So Chestnut was willing to get close because she thought I believed she was a good ethereal, quote-unquote. That makes sense, just like what Gramps said earlier, Chestnut understood me. But that investigator... Chestnut was really unfriendly with him, totally different from how I'd seen her treat others before. Now she treats both of us. I'd like to believe Chestnut made her own judgment after observing him, though I don't know yet the reason, as an ethereal Chestnut being so friendly is already a miracle that defies nature and goes against instinct. I don't want to let her down. Well, yeah, in that man's mind, that thing and the other ethereals are gonna, kill him, because that's what they're all used to seeing happen, so I can't really blame him, to be honest. Probably because it's her usual bedtime. Lucia seems pretty sleepy already. Looks like you're getting sleepy. Better go get some rest now. Alright, tonight's high-low bedtime tales ends here. Even for the planned all-morninger, this has gone on way too long. I need to get out of here before the night emissary's magic wears off. I'll come find you when there's any new developments. Leave the story for now. Like a princess from a fairy tale who must leave when time runs out, Lucia waves goodbye, pulls up her hood, and gracefully vanishes into the crowd. So that's one. Let's go for chapter 2. The night horror seems to have appeared again. Lucia must go find her sleepwalking tribe members. There's no fixed bedtime at home. You just need to remember to turn off Belle's lamp. But tonight, a familiar visitor will be dropping by. Let me take a swig of my water. Too much talking. Okay. Much better. Yep. Okay. I'm still good on my meds. Sitting at the work desk, eh? Lucia sent a message but didn't explain what's going on. I'll ask her when she gets here. Though I bet Belle will stay up super late once I leave. As promised, your midnight visitor arrives in the dead of night once again.
Wise!
Uh-oh.
What happened? Don't panic. Take your time and tell me slowly.
It's the night horror. There's word in my tribe that the night horror has returned.
Well, guess we gotta go help them out.
Our old chieftain. He sleepwalked into Lemnian Hollow, and no one's seen him since.
What? Was it an accident?
Lucia falls silent for a moment, still trying to gather her thoughts.
A few days ago, some people came to speak with the chieftain. They asked if any night watchers would volunteer to sleep at night so they could follow the sleepwalkers into the hollow and find the night horror. They promised they only wanted to learn more about the night horror's powers, and if anything went wrong, they'd wake us right away. But for everyone's safety, the chieftain said no. Not long after, people overheard the chieftain arguing with someone loudly.
That sounds suspicious. Maybe those people got turned down and decided to get back at the chieftain. You know, by somehow getting him to sleepwalk?
But they left right after they spoke with the chieftain. No one saw them return or sneak into the tribe. It looked like the chieftain just began sleepwalking because of the night horror. And following the fate of all night watchers, returned to the Hollow's embrace.
whole thing doesn't feel right.
I've been carrying the staff he gave me, and I still remember his words. Maybe all Night Watchers will eventually embrace their fate, sleepwalking back into the Hollow and becoming one of the Ethereals. But until that day comes, we live as people. We live our lives to the fullest.
That sounds like a very shitty existence, and in my view, I say we go kick the Night Horror's, tail, and be rid of this problem once and for all.
So if anyone took away the chance of him living his life to the fullest, even if it was the Night Horror itself, I need to know why.
Let's go kick his ass then.
What brings you here?
Ooh, let's make a grand entrance.
No more Freddy Krueger curses. I want these people to live good lives. Where did all these flakes on my bed come from? I have cats and all, but ugh. Don't you hate it when mysterious stuff just appears out of nowhere and you gotta clean it? I hate that. This is the spot I was told about earlier. This area, why does it look so familiar? You've been here before? I think so. Let me think here. It seems to be near a path Chestnut often takes. I've run into her here a few times before. Weird. Is it really just a coincidence? Anyway, let's search around for any traces the chieftain might have left.
A crossroads. I see marks by the roadside. Let's check them out.
Unremarkable vegetation. Thankfully, there are these plants that haven't been corrupted yet. All this fluffy, dense moss around here, it would take at least a month to grow to this thickness and height. There's no sign of broken or trampled branches on any of the plants either. And there's definitely been no one in that viney area. They're covered in tiny thorns. No way anyone will be able to get through there safely. Hollow botany? This isn't the right way. Let's go look elsewhere. I've taken a look. There are indents from fiery serpent explosions, footprints left by Huskron, imprints from Farbauti's great shields, and marks carved from when Archivore set down his legs nearby, but no signs of humans, no neatly dressed investigators, no barefoot Hollow Raiders, and certainly no shoe-wearing ethereals. Nothing. How can you tell all that? Yeah, let's check out another spot. Footprints. Lucia carefully examines the footprints on the ground. Hard to believe we almost missed such obvious clues. Should be this way. Don't you want to take another look? Are you sure that it's the chieftain? Well, to be optimistic, I think these look like footprints left by members of the Night Watcher tribe, searching for the chieftain after he went sleepwalking and disappeared. Besides, this area is usually deserted, yet there are multiple sets of footprints, all fresh and undisturbed by ethereals. Even if it wasn't the chieftain, we should still check it out.
The ethereals seem kinda riled up today.
How could you even tell that?
See the glow around their cores? It's shifting fast. Much faster. About 20% quicker than usual.
Really?
I am ready.
Ruh-roh. That's one of the newer ones that I fought previously.
It's a hater.
You know this ethereal, Lucia? Tell me.
No, not like that. But if the chieftain had turned into an ethereal, he would be a far stronger one than this.
As expected of the chieftain, I guess.
High-ranked ethereals never get along. So if one is flexing its muscle here, it might actually be good news for us.
Right. I'm not following what you just said, but if you're calling it good news, it's good news.
Yep. But first we need to deal with this little troublemaker. It's being a menace. The next page is the ending. Allow me. Gracious strike. This song is dedicated to the world. The hunt begins.
How about I smash it?
Let the melody move you. Fall into the endless abyss. Faithful companion. Be my call.
Steady now. It'll be over soon. A little reward. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
I got this. Thanatos Storm! Salahem Strike!
As foreshadowed.
Nice. That's probably one of the cooler new ethereals I've seen in a while. I actually like it. Looks cool and unique. Has a it seems to have the ballerina one doppelganger thing, but you know what? Yeah, it's fine. I like it. Lucia walks around the area and finds a few markers which seem to put her more at ease. I hate to break it to you, but that ethereal we just saw was definitely a Hator. They were all Exaltus priests before turning into ethereals. Okay, so they, just like some of the other ones we've seen, it's a human who stayed here for too long, and because he's an Exaltus and was an Exaltus that fooled around with the ethereal Lovecraft juice for so long, they mutate into different ones, as opposed to the regular knightly looking ones from the very beginning of the game. Why? From what I know, making Hator requires some prep work, so to speak. It's the Exaltus exclusive cheese made with unique techniques and extra long fermentation. Oh man. Sorry, I suddenly lost my appetite for cheese too. Let's talk about something more cheerful. People who came to rescue the chieftain left a mark. It means something like he's alright now and everyone's gone back, but something seems off around here. Better get out quick. That's sure some efficient mark. Sometimes night crawlers encounter more troublesome situations in the Hollows. To let our kin know about our predicament, we've established a unique and comprehensive system of markers. The message left behind this time matches what I felt. Should we take a look around? Yeah, I have this faint feeling something is making the ethereals around here restless. Look carefully, you might find something good. I haven't seen Chestnut today. Ugh. What I mean is, since the chieftain is fine, we should continue our previous research until we get new information. If I remember correctly, there should be an ethereal around here that'd be perfect for research. That would be Chestnut, right? Yup. Go figure. Lucia keeps scanning the surroundings, wondering why ethereals are acting so strangely.
No other clues nearby, huh?
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Huh?
Well, speak of the devil.
Chestnut?
Chestnut. Of all the names you could have given this thing.
Did you come looking for me to hang out? Oh, you mean you want us to follow you? on, let's follow her.
Shouldn't we look around first?
Let's go! We've entered the Hollow so many times, but this is the first time we've had a tour service!
She's happy.
Watch out for ethereals, Lucia. No, I didn't mean Chestnut.
Emergency! Excuse me, coming through. Sorry, pardon me, coming through.
Wow, she's such a dork. I love her.
Sorry! Whew, looks like everyone's in a rush today.
Would be nice if this was a cutscene, but you know what? The art's pretty. I'll excuse it.
Who would have thought I'd hit today's step goal inside the Hollow?
Get your cardio, Wise. Well, I need to get my cardio too. Crohn's disease knocked me out for a whole month. I lost some muscle. I gotta go back. Back to gym, I mean.
Chestnut, what is it you're leading me to?
Don't tell me this is all because another ethereal tore up her pillow. Have we finally made it?
Wait, that's... Kieran? And what's that beside him?
Uh-oh. Tribesmate. Before Lucia could wake Kieran, more excited ethereals come swarming in, and Chestnut seems to want to join the fight. An ethereal attacking other ethereals? That's, unusual. Chestnut? Am I dreaming? A hottie helping us fight against other ethereals? Watch out, Chestnut, here I come.
Easy peasy. Wanna play a game? A little reward.
Alrighty then. It takes some time to wake up Lucia's fellow Night Watcher.
Kieran? Kieran! Are you okay?
He's a goat Thyran too. Are they all goat Thyrans, or is it only a few of them? Lucia?
Lucia?
He took a while to say it.
What are you doing here?
I heard about the chieftain. I came here to see if there were any clues. What about you? Did you also sleepwalk into this hollow?
I mean, if I remember correctly, Ju Fufu was part of a tribe of tiger Thyrans, and a lot of them got wiped out when Hollow Zero disaster happened. So I wonder if it's the same thing or similar thing.
I don't really remember. I asked a friend to keep watch for me, but somehow I still ended up sleepwalking. Before you guys woke me up, I had no idea I was here.
Did your friend doze off too, and can he be trusted?
At this hour, is it possible that your friend may have fallen asleep too?
I don't know. I saw him as a friend. But maybe he didn't see me the same way.
Funny how we seem to be running into a lot of people that used to be friends with people we know and ended up being backstabbing traitors, from Moss to what happened to Pulchra, etc.
He's always in an investigator outfit. Last time I ran into trouble in the Hollow, he was the one who saved me. Lucia knows. When things go south in the Hollow, we Night Watchers are always the first ones to be abandoned. It's rare for anyone to turn back for us.
That's not fair.
What? Why? People treat you like that just because ethereals don't try to attack you?
Especially when the ethereals come swarming. It really becomes apparent that we're Night Watchers. But then again, I guess it's not always intentional. Sometimes people genuinely can't tell. In the chaos, a night watcher in a helmet doesn't look that different from a frenzied maniac or a vicious striker.
That's crazy. But the way you said it was kind of funny. Sorry.
In dangerous situations, people tend to turn on anyone if they see as different. When panic hits, those so-called teammates usually choose to abandon us first. And they always say things like, "You'll be fine. The ethereals won't attack you. Just hide here. We'll come back for you when we can."
But they don't. They just go and leave and forget about you. That sucks.
Most of the time, no one comes back for us.
Dishonor on them and their whole family.
That's why, after that guy saved me, I really thought he was a true friend.
I understand what you mean. But has he been acting strange lately?
Strange. Well, lately, he's been asking a lot about the night horror. And really digging into things like how we communicate with ethereals. Does that count?
Communicate with ethereals?
Yeah. He saw me trip over a beholder engine once. It just looked at me and left me alone. Didn't attack me or anything. After that, he got it into his head that Night Watchers must be able to communicate with ethereals. It has the power to calm them down. By the way, speaking of calming and communicating with ethereals, isn't that your specialty, Lucia?
Kieran points at Lucia's notebook and staff, looking confused.
You mean those ethereals I summoned? Oh, that wasn't me controlling them. That was just an optical delusion. I layered some visual effects on top of simulated ethereal attack patterns, so it looks like they're there, but it's all just illusion.
I see. But what about this thing?
Kieran, all confused, points at Chestnut, who is crouching quietly nearby.
Oh, that's Chestnut.
This ethereal's been sitting there quietly this whole time. I thought maybe it could understand us. Wait, is it one of your illusions too?
Nope.
Ah, yes, totally. When sitting still, she doesn't use much ether, so she looks really well behaved. But if you try to make her do something, she can be a little slow.
Right. Lucia waves her staff at Chestnut, pretending to cast some kind of magic. Chestnut instantly starts wagging her tail and puts on a show. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Talking to my mom about choice of beef jerky. Hold on. After communicating over a grocery list. Okay. Now what? Okay, Lucia waves her staff at Chestnut, pretending to cast some kind of magic. Chestnut instantly starts wagging her tail and puts on a show. Okay.
This illusion isn't doing very well. I'll have to practice more later. Aw, I was gonna ask her to do something else too.
Oh, I see. This ethereal looks insanely real. I've seen some of your illusions before, but this one... Seems like you've improved your skills again. Congrats.
I guess so. Thanks.
But even with the staff passed down in our tribe, you still can't really control ethereals. Does that mean what the guy's after? Controlling or communicating with ethereals was never actually possible in the first place?
Manipulating the ether environments to control ethereal behavior isn't totally far-fetched. Take Geppetto from Hollow Zero. It could even command other ethereals to launch ambushes. But I doubt this strange device here could pull off anything close to what Geppetto could do.
If we're talking about massive symbiotic ethereals like Geppetto, then yeah, it could definitely manipulate the ether environment in a large area. But I feel like we don't really need something that extreme to influence ethereal behavior. If we just want to change how ethereals behave, then maybe suppressing or stimulating their ether activity levels could do the trick.
As expected from our ethereal expert. Have you seen anything like that before?
No, but the ethereals we encountered earlier were unusually agitated, as if they'd been provoked by something. Do you think it could be because of this device? And don't forget the chieftain's disappearance. What if someone's using the Night Watcher's abilities to try and communicate with ethereals, or to test how much they can control them?
Are you saying that someone's been experimenting on us? Using our ability to sleepwalk our lives? For research?
I mean, we've definitely seen similar shit happen like this. Remember what happened with Asaba and those kids? Not out of the realm of possibility for someone to be doing something they shouldn't be doing.
That's right. They probably want to exploit the Night Watcher's abilities to locate the Night Horror and research how to communicate with ethereals.
This theory actually lines up with how we've been treated during Hollow joint operations.
But it's just a theory for now. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. We need more leads, like figuring out what this strange device actually does.
Okay. I'll keep you posted on what's going on back in the tribe.
That promise, Kieran takes his leave.
Weird little thing. Wise! Come take a look at this thing!
Oh, let's scrub them away in one stroke.
Stroke. Stroke. Ether amplifier. Uh-oh. This device looks like some kind of ether amplifier. If I'm not mistaken, the way it channels ether is somewhat similar to my staff. Was that ethereal just now also an illusion that would make it super special? Of course not. Those were real ethereals just now, even more agitated than usual. Lucia glances in the direction Kieran went. Actually, my staff can indeed influence the behavior of ethereals. How? Since my staff can knead ether to a ball, it occasionally emits an intense light like the core of an ethereal, blinding those ethereals that still have vision. If that ethereal isn't nice to me, I'll catch it off guard and bonk it on the head. Just kidding. I notice you've been kind of out of it, lost in thought 1 minute, nervous and talking nonsense the next. Feeling better now? Let's talk about this machine first. Looks like it's what's making the ethereals around here so restless. The chieftain's sleepwalking and Karen's blackout, they're probably connected to whatever put this thing here. But who could have done this? The person behind it all? Could they also know about the staff passed down from our ancestors? Wait, looks like more are coming. You and Lucia turn toward the source of the sound, and a familiar figure comes into view. Chestnut is back and brought along the cushion from before.
Chestnut? Wow! You like this pillow, don't ya?
I can't believe it.
Thanks so much for today. Will you come play with me again next time?
An ethereal that's actually friendly.
Yes, she'll come too. It's a promise then.
Huh? You mean me? Nice to meet you, Chestnut.
Well, I'll be damned. At Chestnut's enthusiastic invitation, you pet its head and tail. It's just as hard as you imagine, and you can even feel the violent ether flowing through its body. But this violent ether forms such a friendly puppy. It's very fascinating. It's truly fascinating. No wonder Lucia always wanted to find a way to coexist peacefully with ethereals. What, is he like Grimjaw or something? He's like, you know, like the Hollows in Bleach. Most of them are violent, bloodthirsty monsters, but then you have a subsect of them that are actually more intelligent that can be reasoned with. After you and Lucia spend quite a while playing with Chestnut, you reluctantly say goodbye and return to Fireloom Heights. Huh. Interesting. Dawn approaches. It's about time Lucia usually leaves, but she seems to be in deep thought about something. What's on your mind, Lucia?
Oh, it's nothing.
Are you sure?
I was just wondering why the chieftain chose to give me the staff. If a family in Eridu had been holding on to a secret weapon, you'd expect it to go to someone powerful. Someone who could last the longest in the Hollow. Or someone who's best at taking down ethereals, right? Not that the Night Watchers believe whoever slays the most ethereals is the strongest, but I don't exactly have any other qualities that stand out.
Hold on a second. Phone call. Sorry, folks. I had to talk to the Madre about what to do for lunch. It is what it is. But you really know the ethereals.
But you really know the ethereals. The staff is a relic left behind after the Night Watchers confronted the Night Horror. Giving it to the person who understands the Night Horror best totally makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Let me redo that because I keep getting distracted.
Not that the Night Watchers believe whoever slays the most ethereals is the strongest, but I don't exactly have any other qualities that stand out. If a family in Eridu had been holding on to a secret weapon, you'd expect it to go to someone powerful. Someone who could last the longest in the Hollow. Or someone who's best at taking down ethereals, right?
But you really know the ethereals. The staff is a relic left behind after the Night Watchers confronted the Night Horror. Giving it to the person who understands the Night Horror best totally makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense. Actually, I've always had doubts about the true purpose of this staff. For decades, our chieftains have used it to fend off ethereals and protect our people from hollow disasters. But for me, defeating ethereals was never the goal. I wanted to understand them. Even among the Night Watchers, some say I've strayed too far from tradition.
Sorry, I saw some news that popped up. Apparently, Suikoden is getting an anime adaptation, and it's being handled by the developers themselves, so nobody else can come in and ruin it. Okay, let me redo that again. I keep getting tossed all over the place. Hold on a second.
But for me, defeating ethereals was never the goal. I wanted to understand them. Even among the Night Watchers, some say I've strayed too far from tradition.
So she wants to study them to understand them better. I guess that's one way to handle it. It's like know your enemy or whatever. Or in this case, find a way to coexist.
Right. You've always had a special interest in ethereals. I don't think I've asked before, but what made you want to study them in the first place?
Ethereals. Some are born from the Hollow itself. Some are the continuation of life in the Hollow. Some of them feel like projections of who we are in the Hollow. Others are quite literally the people we once knew. I keep wondering, when someone is corrupted and becomes an ethereal, when they lose their sanity and identity in the Hollow, is there really no way to bring them back?
Well, if not a way to bring them back, then at the very least, still to get a glimpse of who they were. We saw this already with Lucia's dad, who turned into Sword Arm, the Wandering Hunter, I think. And we even saw it with the recreated Hollow doppelganger of Yishuan's sister, where there was still a remnant of who they were buried in there.
If we see the Hollow as our enemy, then it's nearly invincible. No matter how strong you are, I don't think anyone can wipe out every last Hollow.
No, because they just like most of them come from that dimension anyway. It's not possible. The only thing you could do is just find a way to seal off all the portals and put Earth back into a state of normalcy, or as normal as can be thought of anyway.
But if one day we could uncover all the secrets of the ethereals, or if the Hollow itself could answer us, then maybe there's still a chance to bring our lost loved ones home. We can't change what's already happened, but maybe we can still move toward a future where we no longer have to live in fear of the Hollow.
Maybe. But Lucia, those are some big questions. Perhaps the old chieftain gave you that staff because he believes in your search for the truth.
Is that so?
And the truth shall set us free. Lucia may have said a lot of confusing things, but she doesn't seem too bothered herself.
Well, there's no way the two of us can figure everything out just by thinking. Let's not stress ourselves out.
I really like Lucia as a character. Yeah, she's a goofball, and we've seen that several times already. But I like I like moments like these where it's like the character can just mellow out, and it's like, no, she's not a one personality trick pony. Like, no, she actually has some depth to her. I like that.
So much has happened tonight. I'm exhausted. I should head home and get some rest. But I'm sure we can find out more about the chieftain and Kieran. Once I hear something new, I'll let you know.
Maybe it's because both the chieftain and Kieran are safe. Lucia hums a cheerful tune as she walks away. I really like her character. I can't say I've disliked any of the new characters that have come with Season 2. I really can't. Yu Xuan immediately fell in love with. I can't say anything bad about her. Fufu is cute and adorable. Of course. Minato, love him. Yuzuha and Alice, love them. And, well, oh yeah, Seed. Seed is definitely one that I really, really grew attached to, and I'm still salty over having not been able to get her. Who else? Oh yeah, Orphe and Magnus. Magus. I don't know. Yeah, they're good. But yeah, they're good too. So yeah, and now Lucia and Idari, it's like, no, I'm liking a lot of them. I can't really say I'm displeased with the writing in that regard. It's hard to believe that I've touched an ethereal, a friendly one that invited me to pet it. Wow. Following Lucia always leads to fascinating experiences. I wonder what will happen next time. But I'm really sleepy. I should go get breakfast for Belle first. What if she went to bed early last night and wakes up early today? Well, now we got Chapter 3. Let's do it, folks. While stopping the conspiracy with Chestnut, Lucia heard echoes coming from the Hollow. Uh-oh. Well, let's finish her up and then do the challenge stuff. While wandering around Phylum Heights, you run into Yidhari. Now, this is a rare visitor. Lucia said she had something super amazing to tell us tonight, so she asked us all to meet her at Mystic Wares. That's nice that that's cool that they brought Idari in, so it's not just Lucia. Nice. Before she could say a word after rushing here, she got some message from someone called Kieran and just left right away. Yuzuha and the others were also completely confused, but since their families were waiting, they headed back home, though I think you might know what's really going on. I do. What else did she say? If you know about it, then I can rest easy. Lucia says she and Chestnut are waiting for you and wants you to meet them at this spot. Yidhari hands over a page with notes, clearly hastily written and torn from Lucia's notebook. I'm on it. Let's wait until you get back, then you can tell me what really happened. Whatever she ditched us for had better be worth it, or else she's going to have to treat us to Yumchasin at the very least. You sound kind of like Yuzuha when you said that. I can't hide anything from you. We'll wait outside the Hollow for you to bring Lucia back. But who is Chestnut? Oh man, Yidhari, you are going to be in for a real treat.
What brings you here?
Ooh, the stage will be mine.
Indeed. Let's go, Astra, ladies. Alrighty then. And look who it is. Look, our little guide is in position. Woof, woof. You're so smart. No matter how many times I look at it, that whole thing feels weird. Wise, what are you muttering about? We're deep in Lemnian Hollow now. Even I've never been here before. If that investigator really is hiding here, plotting something, I wonder how Karen managed to track him down. Never mind that for now. The terrain around here is pretty tricky, so stick close to me. Our guide Chestnut. Aww. Whimper, whimper. Chestnut seems particularly excited. Seems like she was pretty happy with that Hollow adventure last time. Oh, it's one of my favorite music tunes in the game.
Let's just follow Chestnut. Whether it's the suspicious investigator we saw earlier, or... Chestnut should remember their scent.
Are you training Chestnut to be a rescue dog?
Huh. Chestnut left a claw mark here next to some scattered documents. Not bad. Chestnut's markings really help. Anyone who could spot those claw marks probably wouldn't miss these documents either. Lucia, doing positive reinforcement dog training? Wait, what's written here? It's about Chestnut. From a reliable source, a smaller than average Hati, usually active in the Time-Sworn Hills area. After repeated observation, it can be confirmed that the target displays affection and almost no hostility towards non-ethereal beings. It appears that communication with the target is possible. Chosen as the research subject, the capture plan is as follows. The document is vague, but it's almost certain they're all about Chestnut. Mentioned Lucia. Just as I thought, that person was after Chestnut from the very beginning. We need to find them quickly. And what does reliable source mean? Could someone be feeding them information about Chestnut? Ruh-roh.
Watch out! Face it, lightning strike! There's danger! Let my song move everyone. I got this.
Sweet. Broken phone. A phone that was left behind in a hurry, damaged, but not fatally. What the? Looks like that person's phone. Should we check it out? Lucia immediately turns the phone on, so she does know how to use electronics. Thank you for your referral. Our collaboration has been going quite well. However, allow me to bring the news of that hottie to that gentleman. I'll be seeing you next time. Oh no, even if we have the chance to meet again, you likely won't recognize me anymore, so farewell. Oogie boogie. Spooky. What does that mean? Looks like this partner betrayed him. You mean the guy who accused us of siding with ethereals might have already turned into an ethereal? Tisk. Are you okay? It's not your fault. No, it's not that. Just thinking. If we'd saved him in time, wouldn't it be fun to see the face of that person who is so eager to say final farewell? Okay.
Leave this part to me.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy indeed. Oh boy. A briefcase. Chestnut seems to have torn open a briefcase here. Thing inside likely also belongs to the investigator. Hold on a second, just checking some messages. Again. Okay, we're good. Thing inside likely also belongs to investigator. I'm not sure what happened, but that person, or ethereal, must be nearby. Uh-oh. One of the night ones.
Well, no need to look much further. He's definitely nearby.
Nearby, he's literally standing right in front of us.
I'll have to send you back to the Hollow.
Perfect timing. The ending's already written.
I got this. It's showtime. Stage is mine.
Let me help you chill out.
Let the melody move you.
I feel like there's an endless swarm of ethereals heading this way.
Emissary! Yep. I know exactly what they're after. If this keeps up, we're toast. We need to take out the amplifier now.
Huh, I got some kind of boost in health. Was it from that circle that was left behind from the ultimate? I don't know. Ether amplifier.
Well.
Uh-oh.
The device is broken. Guess you'll have to pay me back for that, huh?
Karen. He's the bad guy?
As expected from one of my own.
Oh, Jesus. Luffy, Sun God. Been a while since I've seen you on here. Are you going for Vivian's skin? Yes, more or less. I'm currently saving up my polychrones and tapes to get Lucia. Hopefully, assuming the game doesn't cheat me again, and of course, building them back up to get Yidhari when she's next. So, in hindsight, yes, that is a long-term goal. I'm told that the skin will be available again to purchase with monochromes in the future, but if I can get away with getting 3 birds with 1 stone, I'll do it. So he's the little shit that's responsible for all this. Okay, Karen, explain yourself. Have I tried that tentacle girl's hold attack? I think I might have. Got her when I didn't even really want her. 6 months to be exact. Okay, then.
So much for being close to the ethereals. When it's time to strike, you don't even flinch, do you?
Six months is a good while, yes. Well, if they're attacking me, well, it's like, what do you do? Okay? Whatever you say, Karen.
Kieran?
Oh, did I surprise you? Honestly, I was more surprised by you and the old man.
You mean the chieftain? He sleepwalked into the Hollow because of you?
Kick his butt.
Yeah, I figured someone like him, sitting at the top for so long, would have caught the Night Horror's attention. But nope. He's swallowed by Lemnian Hollow just like anyone else.
Just like that Lucius douchebag, we got another traitor involved for his own selfish stupidity.
Why are you doing this?
Because he was just a coward, standing in the way. A few days ago, some higher-ups came looking for him. They made him an offer, but he turned it down on the spot. When I confronted him about it, he acted like he was some righteous hero and told me off like I was some kind of traitor. You are a hypocrite, just like him. No wonder he gave the staff to you.
You call us hypocrites, but you'll do whatever it takes to get what you want, even if it means hurting others.
So what? Is he trying to get the Night Horror Mind Reader Ethereal to come out himself? Or something? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Whatever it takes. After years of glorified legends, everyone forgets. The Night Watcher's power was taken from the Ethereals to begin with.
Gonna get started with the main story. Will you be starting it soon too? I already did the main story. It took like for the last 4 streams I've done for the past couple of days. So I've done it already. It's right there in my YouTube channel. Although I haven't put it on the playlist. I haven't put them on the playlist just yet, but I've already done it. So this is the follow-up, just like how Seed Story was the follow-up to Chapter 3. The agent stories, of course.
The Night Watcher's power was taken from the Ethereals? What do you mean?
Well, well. Lucia didn't tell you? There's another version of how the Night Watchers came to be. Our ancestors didn't just encounter the Night Horror by chance. They knew what it was capable of. They knew it could control other Ethereals. The entire tribe went after it, hoping to defeat it and seize its power.
I mean, that does make sense. If someone knows something that could do a lot of stuff, they'll go after it. We've seen this happen not just in other works of fiction, but in history too. Like the atomic bomb.
But when the Night Horror unleashed its final surge of energy, half the tribe turned into Ethereals on the spot. The rest barely survived. The only reason they were acknowledged by the Hollow was because they sacrificed their own kin.
That's just another ancient rumor.
Stop lying to yourself. Do you really believe you can strike a deal with the Ethereals and not pay the price?
So a Faustian bargain, as it were.
I don't think you're very good at explaining yourself. Even if your story is true, it has nothing to do with what's happening now. What exactly are you trying to say?
Yes, please explain, because I'm lost, man.
We've spent our lives hiding in the shadows, shaped by traits we never asked for. Just because the Ethereals don't attack us, those who live in the city see us as freaks. Like we're invisible. Like we don't matter.
So he's trying to figure out how to break the curse of the Night Watchers, or whatever it is, so that way their tribe is not looked at as, well, unholy freaks. I get it. Although tricking your own leader to go into the Hollow, it's kind of low. So it's like, yeah, like Lucia wants to do it her way, that is more ethical, and here he is sacrificing his own tribesmen to do it himself. So basically, not very moral.
When disaster hits, whether it's in the city or in the Hollows, we're always the ones they abandon first.
Yeah, Lucia mentioned that, which is disgusting, I will say.
Back when New Eridu was founded, public security declared all survivors have been safely relocated to New Eridu. And us? We were still running for our lives. Caught between companion hollows, stumbling over the bodies of our own kin, crying as we counted who didn't make it. Tell me, did anyone come for us?
Well, considering what Lucy already told us, I would say that is a totally justified complaint, I will say.
Lucia, don't you want to change our lives for the better?
Even if we were to leave all this behind, it shouldn't come at the cost of our people's lives.
Yep, basically.
Who are you waiting for to come and uphold justice? Being seen as kin by the Ethereals, walking freely through the Hollows. This is the Night Horror's blessing! We should use this gift to earn power, to gain recognition. Isn't that what we deserve? If it means a better future for everyone, then what do a few sacrifices matter?
The old break a few eggs to make an omelet approach, eh?
But the price you're paying for that future, is it really your so-called gift? Or is it the lives of your own kin? What is it you really want? A place for our tribe to survive? A stamp of approval from New Eridu? Or something else?
Those sacrifices were just inevitable casualties. It's nothing compared to what we gave up when we first fought the Night Horror. Besides, after the early trials, I finally found better test subjects and stronger allies to back me. Everything's going smoothly now.
Better test subjects? Are you talking about me?
Lucia, you're so full of yourself. Though I too used to think you were some kind of prodigy, summoning ethereals out of thin air. But now, you're just a coward with a fancy stick, putting on cheap tricks, hiding behind research, while running away from your fate! I couldn't care less whether you live or die.
Wow.
What is it you're after? Chestnut or the staff?
Obviously both.
That staff was entrusted to me by the chieftain. After everything you've done, you still have the nerve to ask for it? And Chestnut? Chestnut is my friend. She is a free ethereal. I will not let you take her away!
Oh, save the speech. I've heard it all before. The Night Horror is watching over the conflicts, gifts from your dreams. But you've never even dreamed of the Night Horror. You are just making up stories to hide the fact that it never chose you. The only reason you stumbled upon this rare hottie in the first place was because I slipped up. And I'm here to fix that. It's time things go back on track now.
You treat our people with even less care and compassion than Nineveh does the Hornets. I don't believe a word you say, and I won't let you hurt anyone else just to feed your ambition.
You didn't really think that half-finished prototype you destroyed earlier was my only backup plan, did you? Not everyone can stand to see the Night Watcher's rare gift go to waste. My ally supports my research generously. They've even thrown in a little extra firepower. So hand them over. Your magic stick. The gullible little ethereal you tricked. And you, my new test subject.
Yeah, here's my answer, buddy boy.
If you surrender now, maybe I'll even spare you from getting torn up too badly. Before I put you to use.
Alrighty then.
As foreshadowed. Finishing lightning strike! Pretty, right? Frozen stiff, are we?
Oh, come on.
Relax. My aim is true. My song is with you. The hunt begins. Lumber and let me help you chill out. I got this. You hit a dead end. How about a smash it? Rest amidst the ice. Drawn from countless legends. Lucia.
Bring on the fireworks!
This is your last page.
Yep. I got this.
So, looks like the staff didn't make you stronger. Why don't you give it back to me? I won't allow you to disgrace the relic of my ancestors!
Chestnut. I will never give the staff to you. Instead of using it to hurt people or treating it as a bargaining chip, I would rather use it to make new friends in the hollows.
Ah.
The
Cool.
Oceans! The real ethereals? You're a monster!
See? The hollow has answered my call.
Awesome.
You freak!
Maybe. But if you were really blessed by the night horror, how'd you end up being defeated by a freak and a little hot tea?
I underestimated you.
No. What you underestimated was what you kept talking about. The gift. You always saw our abilities in the Hollow as some kind of superior gift. And you see the city people as enemies who abandon us. And when it came down to it, you forgot that we've been acknowledged by the Hollow and chose their machine instead.
I was only borrowing their power.
Most people see ethereals as enemies. But when you try to exploit their power and get burned by your own betrayal, it's hard to play the victim then, isn't it? When you spoke so passionately about our tribe's place in the world, I thought you understood that.
Are you defending the ethereals now?
That is a wild take. Yeah, from what we've seen, the ethereals, they're not evil more in the personality sense. They're basically animals. They have no concept of right or wrong, or at least not to the very literal human centric. They're basically they just are what they are. They kill, they fight, and just hang around doing stuff. It's like, yeah, they're basically just at the very least animalistic in that way. Although if the little hotties are any indication, clearly some of them, at least a handful of them, are capable of more advanced thought. So, yeah. If anything, the real evil people we've seen has been the Exaltus or anyone else that tried to use the Hollow for their own selfish means. Although, I think it would be better for everyone if they figured out how to close the portals. That is a wild take. That's not what she said at all.
That is not what she said at all. Also, as far as I know, Lucia's never stood by while ethereals were hurting people.
Yeah, it's just like animals. The ones that leave us alone are good. The ones that attack people, well, defend yourself. Like I've been saying.
You see the Night Watcher's power as leverage or a weapon for revenge. I see it as a way to understand the world. I want to learn about ethereals because the Hollow is their home. They're born there. They exist there. And they return there. I want to learn from them.
Not because you also want to find the night horror?
That's only part of it. I want to find it. to speak with it, to try and fix the situation we're in. But that doesn't mean I'll stop trying to understand the other ethereals along the way.
Yeah, so it's like the Arankars from Bleach. Some of them are capable of greater thought, and the rest are basically animals. I'm finding a lot of Bleach comparisons lately. You could even say the same thing about the demons in the Devil May Cry games. Most of them are basically violent monsters, and some of them actually have some way of reasoning, although most of them are evil at the end of the day. Well, yeah, kind of a loose comparison, because, the demons they're in Devil May Cry, most of them are objectively evil anyway, with only a handful being capable of other things, whereas the ethereals are more animalistic, but again, some of them clearly are capable of higher thought. Chestnut lets out an annoyed sneeze from the side. Chestnut doesn't seem too happy about that.
Lucia, Chestnut doesn't look too happy about you shifting your research focus to other ethereals before fully understanding her.
Chestnut, I might never be able to fully understand you. This is probably goodbye for us.
What? Come on. The sneezing stops abruptly, replaced by soft, eager whimpering.
You never said who your ally was, but I'm guessing they already know about Chestnut, don't they?
That's right. I won't lie. I did promise my ally I'd bring back an ethereal that could talk to humans. He's very interested.
Give us a name, douchebag.
So, make your choice, Lucia. Stay with her, wait for them to find her, and watch as she's dissected, destroyed? Or let her go deeper into the hollow and never see her again.
No need for threats. I know what you mean. People like us, strange, sometimes invisible to others. If we don't live among our own, it's nearly impossible to find someone else who's just as special, a real friend. Thankfully, I met my friends. Friends with genuine kindness, some patience, and a little passion.
Sounds familiar. Who said that again? Wait, wasn't that what Karen said? The way to get puppies to like you?
Friends. You mean the kind of friend who sends 2 messages in the morning when they wake up, then leaves you unread all day until finally replying right before bed?
I take it Karen has clearly not had many friends.
Excuse me, Mr. Noble and Talented Night Watcher. Unless you're night blind, you should be able to see me standing right here. I'm Lucia's friend, in case you missed it.
See? Staying close doesn't mean you have to talk to each other all the time. We live in different moments, but that doesn't keep me and my friends apart. Now, before I say my proper goodbye to one of my best friends, Chestnut, and hand you over to public security, I've got one last question.
Give us a name.
That ether amplifier of yours, what are its side effects?
Or that. That too, I guess.
What?
Right before I summoned the brave little hotties, I felt a strange power surge through me. In this area, only that amplifier could have caused something like that. But what's the price?
You think that machine summoned those hotties? It's impossible. You've destroyed that thing completely. And as your tribesman, I didn't feel anything unusual.
Then why were you sprawled out on the floor next to one of them last time? Clearly it did do something to you.
Maybe it's time you face it. You're just something that can't be explained. You're a...
Wait, if that word is all you've got left, then maybe just stop talking.
Freak!
Eh,
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like something only angsty teenagers would say. Hear it one too many times, and it feels like getting brushed by Sordidos' tentacles. Ugh. Anyway, I'm taking you to public security. Our tribe isn't some lawless land. Now, it's time to say goodbye.
Reluctantly, Chestnut turns to face Lucia. Chestnut is exhausted from the battle, but somehow she's made her way back to the small pillow Lucia gave her. They lock eyes, both alive, both relieved, and neither are ready to say goodbye. Aww, that sucks. A girl and her ethereal dog. Damn.
He's right. You'll be freer and safer if you stay away from me. Head for the deepest part of the hollow, as far as you can go. Be wary of humans the way they're wary of you, but don't hurt them. If we're lucky, maybe we'll meet again. Good girl, Chestnut. Go on. I will never forget you.
Shit. That sucks, man. Lucia watches as the little ethereal trots off with the pillow in its mouth. That gentle puppy-like Hati feels like a dream, as if it never existed in this time and space at all.
I already miss you.
Me too. Jesus Christ, man. But deep within the hollow, a strange creation awakens once more. After an adventure that defies all instincts and the natural order, it returns to its body. This was a fruitful journey, returning with a name and gift given by a new friend. Now it returns to watching the Night Watchers who gained powers from it. Lucia said she needs to deal with Karen first, and we'll be back in a bit. So tired. Let's take a break. So much has happened. Wonder how Chestnut is doing. Will you ever see her again? It would be nice to see her again. After taking a short break, you are woken up by your phone's notification sound, and sure enough, it is a message from Lucia. Well, that was an interesting tale. I will say, however, Karen is the weakest link of the whole thing. He's not in the he was not in the story long enough for me to really, I guess you could say, appreciate him. He shows up once, seems like a good guy, and then 5 minutes later, he's the bad guy. It's like, it wasn't really, in my opinion, built up long enough for me to be fully convinced. But whatever, everything else was cool. I liked Lucia's character. I liked how it's like, yeah, she's, her personality, the arc she has, like, that's all great. Karen's just the weakest link of the whole thing, frankly. But hey, compared to other characters from previous arcs, I'd say he's far from the most annoying. Yeah, the flake from Nekomata's, that's still the worst one. So not bad. Seed's story is still, in my humble opinion, the best written one, because it did everything right. Whereas this one, it's very good. It's just the villain was the weakest part of it. Kind of reminds me of how the villain in what was it? Monster Hunter Stories 2 was done, where boom, he's evil all of a sudden, and we don't really get much out of him. Like that, he was definitely a weak link in that game too. Wise, you're finally here. Are you all done?
I borrowed a vacant house from Monato so Kieran could stay there. The chieftain said someone will come pick him up, an officer who's familiar with our tribe's affairs.
Really?
That investigator who turned into an ethereal wasn't exactly a good person, but Kieran still has to take responsibility.
I miss Zhu Yuan. I really do. I need her to come back so I can grind for her again. I wasn't able to get her last time. By the way, Zhu Yuan, definitely mommy material. Oh boy.
Well, I'm glad things have settled down. But I can't help thinking, isn't there still something we haven't figured out?
Yeah, we still don't know anything about Kieran's ally. There might still be someone out there waiting to take advantage of the Night Watchers. It's unsettling.
Unsettling? That doesn't sound like you, Lucia. But either way, you're going to keep up your research, right?
Of course! Even if I won't be seeing Chestnut as often anymore. And I can't upload our videos or tell the world there's an ethereal in the Hollow who can actually communicate with humans.
Yeah, it's like, is anyone even ready for that? Especially after how much has happened already?
Chestnut gave me the courage to keep going. I've made some real progress this time.
Progress? Oh, you mean the staff, right? The way it let you summon a real ethereal? That's definitely worth studying.
Yeah! You see, I don't know how it happened, but just now, through the staff, it felt like the Hollow responded to me. The Hollow said, "Let there be little hotties to help Lucia." And boom! They appeared! And helped me take down that big guy! All in all, I think it's something very, very memorable.
So basically, it is possible not just for Lucia to concoct, doppelgangers of ethereals, but possibly even summon actual ones at will under her control, or at the very least, partnership.
And it's got tons of research potential. You see, if the Hollow really let me communicate with little hotties, then maybe I could talk to the Night Horror too?
Again, the creator. Clearly some of them are actually capable of higher thought. What would you ask?
What would you ask?
If I ever got the chance, I'd ask, why did it give the Night Watchers the trait that makes ethereals see us as kin? Can our dreams stop leading us to madness and turning us into ethereals? But I want more than asking questions. I have bigger ambitions.
I mean, I know what I'd ask. I'd like, hey, could you maybe ease off on that little Faustian bargain so we don't end up being turned into Freddy Krueger meat or something?
Maybe someday, everyone could hear the Hollow respond, just like the first Night Watchers did. Maybe we could even communicate with it, so we won't have to live like nomads.
Long way off. Answer's a long way off, but if anyone can do it, it's you.
That answer's a long way off. But I think if anyone can reach it, it's you, Lucia.
Yeah, there's still so much left to learn. Time for a break, and then the journey continues.
Indeed. To deal with Karen, Lucia has to return to the Night Watcher tribe and hadn't been in touch for several days. So the chief is gone. He's functionally dead, right? We never found him. So now there's a vacancy in the leadership. And it's all that douchebag's fault. After going to bed early for a few days straight, you're actually starting to miss the feeling of staying up late. Unless he wandered back, but from what I gathered, he's dead. A few days later at Swabian Temple late at night. Wise, ever since coming to Yunquei Summit with Shifu, making us go to bed early, wake up early, and exercise regularly, I haven't been seen such obvious dark circles under your eyes in so long. Well, yeah, he's getting his proper due exercise because he's not sitting on the HDD chair all day anymore. Which, again, I need to go back to the gym after being gone for a month. No thanks to my damn disability. Ugh. Don't tell me you're planning to make us night watchers too, so you're getting some practice in? What are you talking about? Just kidding. Oh, right. Monato's waiting for you in the outer courtyard. Better get going. Come back soon and tell me all about what happened these past few days. Chat with Minato, eh? Hey, buddy, old brick household but friend, what do you want? Proxy, Lucia seems down lately. Yuzuha and the others think you might know what's up. Actually, we've seen her posts. Is she still sad about parting ways with the ethereal puppy? Possible. Where is she? I just saw her at Fluffy. Let's go over now.
Although Lucia's always going on and on, like, we gotta be friends with ethereals. We can never quite follow her train of thought. But as her human friends, everyone really likes her. Plus, she's always so cheerful. So what's been weighing on her lately?
The lion is sitting on thin air. Okay, a little bit of a problem here. By the way, remember how way earlier in Season 2 I kept complaining about how the game keeps flickering whenever it was nighttime? Well, I think the developers have since finished patching that. So it's not an eyesore anymore.
Oh, miss, I remember you. Would you mind if I asked a few quick follow-up questions?
Oh, you mean the sturdy little pillow I bought here?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Thank you so much. So, did your puppy like it?
Yeah, she loved it.
I'm glad to hear it. Next question is, how's the wear and tear?
Pretty worn out now.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. We'll keep improving the pillow's material.
I mean, it was an ethereal, not a normal dog, so it can't be helped anyway.
But the material's already been reported as too hard by a lot of customers. If we make it any sturdier, I'm worried some smaller pups might hurt their teeth chewing on it.
Chestnut is, well, a big girl. For most dogs, the material is already strong enough, I think.
Alright, noted. And one last question. Has your pup shown any discomfort from the filler's scent?
Of the stuffing. They forgot the rest of the sentence.
Not at all. She's quite a strong pup. Loves running around with that little pillow in her mouth.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to go get my Taco Bell that my folks lovingly brought back. Okay. Quite a strong pup. Loves running around with that little pillow in her mouth.
Wonderful. Thank you for shopping with us. We appreciate the feedback.
Lucia, are you done talking?
Karen falls silent, staring at the tall, slightly intimidating canine tyrant standing before her.
Huh? What's with that look? What were you guys talking about just now?
It's a long story, buddy boy. After a whirlwind of explanations, you finally convinced Karen the toy wasn't meant for Minato. Karen apologizes 6 times for the misunderstanding, then brings out the store's most popular dog treats and insists Lucia take them.
Next time, don't call hotties puppies.
All right.
Poor Karen.
Canine thyrans aren't puppies either.
Huge difference among the 3 of them.
Of course. Whether it's a fierce canine thyran or a bulky hottie, neither is your average little pup. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh out loud.
Minato glares helplessly at his friends.
All right. Back on topic.
Congrats, your poster's blowing up.
Congrats, Lucia. Your latest post is getting a lot of attention. If Minato hadn't told me, I'd have thought everyone suddenly wanted to discuss why Trinocs have such pointy heads.
Don't mention it. I put so much effort into my serious, well-thought-out research posts. But everyone just wants Chestnut's adventure stories. Some even asked when Chestnut will dive through the fissure into Hollow Zero, punch the Hornets, kick Nineveh, and reach the peak of ethereal life.
Lucia, we all know you miss Chestnut, but...
But a Hattie's front legs are built more like a real canine's, not a cat's. I mean, they can't punch hornets, and its back legs can't really...
We redo that again, because Dad started talking.
But a Hattie's front legs are built more like a real canine's, not a cat's. I mean, they can't punch hornets, and its back legs can't really...
Wait. This is what you've been stressing over?
Well, not exactly. Actually, Wise, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. Things are mostly settled now. Kieran's been turned over to public security. But when I asked the chieftain, even he had no clue why I was able to summon an actual Hati using just the staff and a notebook.
Okay, so the chieftain is alive. He survived. Okay, so... Well, we never met the guy, and it all seemed like he perished anyway, but no, okay. She found him. He's fine. He went back to his tribe. All is good. For now, anyway. Still need to know who that mysterious backer was. Probably an Exaltus, for all we know.
If it wasn't just the staff, then maybe the little Hatis appeared because the night horror was watching me again. Or was it because of Chestnut? Do you think the night horror might not be an ethereal at all?
I trust your judgment. But aside from ethereals, the only other beings we've seen born from the Hollow are sacrifices, right? The Night Horror doesn't seem like one of them. Then what could it be?
It gave the Night Watchers the traits that make ethereals mistake us for kin. It can enter our dreams and lead us into the Hollows. It even foreshadowed my farewell with Chestnut. It has to be something far more mysterious, some deeper creation of the Hollow itself. But I still know far too little about the Hollows. Like you said, the answers might be a long way off. At least I can restart the research I put on hold. So, who's coming with me into the Hollow to see if the Navarro's actually bonks its horn when it rolls over?
You know what? Sure, whatever. I'm game. Let's go do research. You gotta sleep early today, no matter what. Let's leave such night outings for next time. Lucia isn't disappointed. She happily waves to you and leaves, scribbling away on her little book. In the night sky of the unknown and on this dreamless journey, there are plenty more truths regarding the Hollows, waiting to be discovered by this siren girl full of curiosity. Well, that's it. That's all of the main story stuff. So now we have the special stages. How long have I been going? Whoa, that actually took almost 2.5 hours. Well, I liked her. I did like the story, her agent story following up from the main one. I liked it. Seeds is still the best one for me, followed by Triggers. Really, the main problem I had with it was the villain. He was undercooked in my eyes, but I enjoyed it all the same. I really like Lucia's character. I think she's very well developed and very attractive, and she's not busty like Astra or Yixuan or Evelyn for that matter, or Grace. Certainly not Grace, but she's still very, very well perked, if you know what I mean. She basically has like the body like Skew-chan, medium premium, not too skinny, not too thick, just right smack dab in the middle. A nice, healthy mix. Okay, 50 tapes. That's probably the longest, the biggest amount that I've had in a while. So, okay, so with the main agent story done, that just leaves the bonus stuff. And there was also that other quest line that Yixuan and Miyabi left, so that's the other thing. However, I'm going to take a lunch break for a bit, have my Taco Bell, and then in about 20-30 minutes, I'll come back and we will follow up on those two things. All right? So that's the agent story. I liked it a lot. Not perfect. The villain was weak, but everything else was interesting, and I hope that there will be some follow-up at some point regarding, what happened. Assuming they don't forget about it, because we're still wondering what the heck was going on with the AIs with Fairy from the very beginning of the game. That's still an unfinished plot thread. It's why I suspect that there will be a Season 3, because, we're dealing with the Exaltus and their shit, but then you have a bunch of other stuff that hasn't been properly followed up yet, like Lucius, how he disappeared, and the other AIs that Fairy is part of. So there's still stuff that I suspect will be followed up in the future, hopefully, assuming the developers didn't just forget anything, which sadly happens in other cases. So I'm gonna stop here, take a break, and when I come back, we'll do the rest of the stuff. So let me get back to Swabian. So that way we'll be good right over here. And we should be good for now. So that'll do it for part 156 with the Lucia Tales of the Dreamless story. When I come back, we will do the other stuff. So, I'm going to go have my Taco Bell. Be back in a few.